That's the project.
Existing to exploit, choosing prosperity. That deed was savage, but it was true. What is one in the abyss of death?
All of a sudden, the hairs on the back of my neck rise. I'm overtaken by an eerie chill. I don't even have time to call my servant or to brace myself. I'm flung backward as if by an invisible hand. There's a wall behind. I'm going to crash! Where am I? Instead of colliding with a wall, I suddenly find myself in unfamiliar surroundings. My head's spinning, trying to keep up, but it seems like I was somehow teleported elsewhere. Wait, I'm getting deja vu. This is the Colosseum that was used twice. The details are different, but the framework is the same. If this really is the Colosseum, there must be an enemy nearby. My thoughts freeze, and my breath hitches when I realize this. When I look around, I see a sinister man with piercing eyes who's wearing clothing that looks aflame. I go numb with fear. He intends to kill me. That much is unmistakable. He's like death, personified. I've only heard of assassins, but I have no doubt he is one. If I take my eyes off him for 1 second, I'm a goner.
Human life is fragile. Even if you are a magus, you look like a meat puppet to me. I've grown tired of strangling cormorants. For once, I wanted to feel what I was doing. Want to feel something, girl?
Back with you!
Ooh, a spirited one. I'm glad you came this way, girl. What a shame. We've run out of time. The system's limit saved your life. Hopefully, we'll fight again someday. I'm looking forward to it.
I realize I'm standing where I was originally, but I'm not out of the woods yet. Things are still pretty bizarre. Even though the hallway looks like normal, there's an ominous weight to the air.
How did someone like you manage to evade that?
Without a sound, the black-clad teacher appears just a few meters in front of me. Sinister eyes from under a mop of black hair direct a piercing gaze my way.
I thought you were small fry. Maybe you have a superior servant or hidden abilities. Either way, you managed to survive the demon's fist.
The man's aura changes. It sharpens, honing into a point as if it were a wicked blade, one directed straight at me.
It's ideal to dispatch you here.
He's looking at my neck. A bead of sweat drips off my chin. He takes a step toward me.
Uh-huh. You're the psychopath who's been killing masters after school. I thought so.
The girl in red clothes appeared out of a classroom where none should have been.
Rin Tohsaka.
My reputation precedes me. I see the intelligence network of the Harway Foundation has been busy. Although, I'm pretty hard to miss. You tell me, Julius Burkisk Harway, since you're from the Foundation's counter-terrorism unit.
Kuzuki answers to the name of Julius and smiles thinly.
It's risky of you to save an enemy. Do you intend to make this girl your ally?
How absurd. They've got nothing to do with this. In fact, why haven't you killed them yet?
I'll be laughing when you end up stabbed in the back, terrorist.
A cruel smile plays over his lips as he continues walking toward the end of the hallway. He sends a cold glance my way.
So, you are called Hakuno. I shall remember this.
His predatory pupils still trained on me. The man disappears into the wall, as if melting away.
So he's been hacking the system's character profiles to his heart's content, I see. With an unscrupulous enemy like that, I better be on my guard at all times in the school.
The girl starts talking to herself after the man has faded away. Then she turns toward me. She has a cold look in her eyes, not all that different from the look in that Julius's eyes.
What's with that look? I didn't come to save you. I wanted to say hello to the Harway's assassin. You're my enemy too. It's not like I'd care if you died now. I'm impressed you made it past the second round. I didn't think you had it in you. I mean, you've kind of had a rough time of it. That's why what am I saying? Later then. Be careful not to lose the life that just got saved for you in the third round.
The girl smiles briefly before rushing off.
Lament death. There is no shame in mourning. If death is inevitable, and strife fosters it, then hate fighting. Accept death and quell the fighting.
Posted on the bulletin board are two names, as always. One is my name, of course. The other is...
So you're going to be my new playmate, lady?
My next opponent is dramatically younger than the one before. She can't be more than 10 years old.
Lady, you remember Alice, don't you? Or maybe you didn't notice me. After all, Alice was just staring at you. Alice thinks you and I can be friends, lady. Finally, Alice will have a friend of her own. That's why when you left, lady, I was so sad and lonely. But when I came to this place, Alice was lucky enough to meet Alice. Alice is Alice's only friend. Alice finally found a friend in Alice. That's why you aren't needed anymore. As long as Alice has Alice, nothing else matters. But you are my next playmate, so I guess I'll have to play with you. Try not to die too quickly. Alice will be sad. Alice will be bored.
She's like a doll only seen in a dream. I don't feel threatened like I did with Dan Blackmore.
One's skill should not be judged by their age, especially when it comes to a Magus. Things have become interesting. She seems to be a prodigy amongst the many players on the stage.
That's right. Only the strong survive here. It's possible that she's much stronger than Dan was. But the question remains, can I fight without holding back? My opponents up until now had an aura of power. It was easy to see them as worthy foes, but things are different now. Can I do to this little girl what I did to the others? I know that if I don't, I'm as good as dead, but still. An electronic chiming sounds from my terminal. Regardless of who my opponent is, time in the Seraph passes at the same measured pace for all. The message I received informs me I'll be erased if I fail to find my triggers and gather info on my foe. I shake off the effects of the girl's stare on my state of mind and try to focus on gathering information. I should talk to a few people first, but those acquaintances I've made are probably of dubious reliability.
Your servant must be incredible for an airhead like you to have won twice now. You defeated Sir Blackmore? I don't believe it. I might have to recategorize you.
You know, maybe I'm just going to win the Holy Grail War. Shove it all in your dumb faces.
Congratulations. Fancy seeing you emerge from the second round too. May the Holy Grail continue to illuminate your path. Oh, my name is Sharon Tips, and I'd like to strangle whoever gave me that oh-so-clever name. You've won your second round too? Not half bad. Sorry I haven't introduced myself. I'm Irina Savoy, the manager NPC of the arena. But do not become complacent, lest you be denied glory when next you fight.
It's the third round already, so you should already be aware that information is key to winning. I mean, sure, you can muscle your way to victory, but why risk it? Our lives depend on these fights, so don't you think we should all adopt this surefire approach?
I've seen that girl in the frills trouncing about since prelims. It's hard to believe she's a master. On top of everything else, turns out she's shy. She ran away when I tried to talk to her.
Well, well. Quite frankly, I'm surprised Sir Blackmore went down in defeat against you. I guess I'll have to consider you a serious threat now.
Hey, play with me! How about we play tag? Yeah, I want to play tag.
The little girl in front of me is supposed to be my enemy, but her innocent smile holds no malice. Though I can't shake the feeling that her naivete is a ruse, I find myself lowering my defenses.
You want to play with me, right?
Sure, why not?
Yay! I knew that you would play with me. She is me and I am her. We are ourselves. Let's start now! Tag, you're it! Alice will be waiting for you in the arena. Hurry up and come get me!
I said I'd play with her, so I should probably go to the arena and chase her down.
So we are it, are we? It is time to teach her the meaning of fear. Let us give chase!
Saber's enthusiasm for playing along was unexpected. I just hope that we get some info out of this.
Hakuno, I have an important mission for you today. Do you wish to prove your valor today?
Yes, ma'am?
Very good. I will now brief you on your upcoming mission. I have received word that a student has smuggled an illicit magazine onto school grounds. Your responsibility is to track down this miscreant and take possession of said magazine. This mission will be valid for 3 days. On the 4th day, I expect a full report. Dismissed!
Oh, hey there, Hakuno. I
I didn't expect to see you ever again. It's obvious that only the strongest masters have made it this far. Which makes you reasonably strong, I guess?
What? Hey! I'm totally a capable master.
I just killed my darling. It's not like I wanted to, you know. It was either him or me, and I didn't want to die. So, who's the next to die? I can kill anyone now.
Alright, well, let's go chase down a child, I guess.
Let's go! Project!